Welcome back once again, all of my low carb friends, and for those of you who are here for the first time, welcome. Today we have another delicious cookie recipe for you. Today we are going to learn to make keto lemon glazed cookies. Now, if you're not a big lemon fan, don't worry about it. I'm not a big lemon fan either, but these cookies have just the right amount of lemon flavor to them with a hint of vanilla and a yummy cream cheese drizzle on top. And if you want a printable version of this, you can check out my website at janet'sdeliciouslowcarbkitchen.com. You can find a printable version of this and other goodies there for you. And if you're new to the channel and you want to see lots of easy, delicious keto recipes, make sure you click that subscribe button and click the notification bell that's right next to the subscribe button. That way you can be notified every time I put out new videos every Wednesday and Saturday. And if you'd like to help support the channel, make sure you scroll down in the description of the video. You'll see some Amazon affiliate links. Anytime you purchase anything using those Amazon affiliate links, a small portion of your purchase will go to me and will help to support the channel. You'll also see a link to Java Coffee. Anytime you purchase anything from Java Coffee using that affiliate link, a small portion of your purchase will also go to me and help support the channel. And while you do all that, let's get cooking. Preheat your oven to 375 degrees. Line 3 large baking sheets with parchment paper. In a large mixer bowl, combine 3/4 cup of coconut flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 3/4 cup of the sweetener of your choice. I'm actually using a combination of the golden monk fruit and the classic monk fruit, so I'm doing about 6 tablespoons of the golden monk fruit and 6 tablespoons of the classic. And you can also adjust the sweetener more or less according to how sweet you want your cookies. Sift or whisk these all together until they're fully combined and there are no lumps in the dry ingredients. Add 2 large room temperature eggs. Make sure they are room temperature so they beat into your dough more smoothly. Beat on low for about 10 seconds or just until the dry ingredients become moist. Then increase the speed to medium-low and beat on medium-low until everything is fully combined and the mixture is crumbly. Add a 1/2 cup of butter that's been melted and cooled. Make sure it is cooled. Then again, beat on low for about 10 seconds or just until the butter starts combining with the other ingredients. Then increase your speed to medium-low and again beat on medium-low for another 30 seconds or until everything is fully combined. You can also stir this dough together by hand if you don't want to use a mixer. I have issues with my shoulder, so I use a mixer as much as possible, but it is very easily mixed by hand. Add a 1/4 cup of room temperature sour cream. Again, make sure this is room temperature. Room temperature ingredients beat in more smoothly, which results in a fluffier cookie. You can also use full-fat coconut milk if you prefer to use coconut milk as opposed to sour cream. Add 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. You can use more or less depending on how much of a lemon flavor you want in your cookie. I just like a light lemon flavor, but if you want a more dominant lemon flavor, you can add a little bit more. Add 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And once again, beat on low for another 10 seconds or until the sour cream begins to combine with the other ingredients. Then increase your speed to medium and beat on medium for another 30 seconds or so until everything is fully combined and you have a creamy dough. If you want to, after the dough is completely mixed together, you can fold in a teaspoon or so of shredded lemon peels. This will give your dough a little bit more texture and also a little bit more dominant of a lemon flavor. So that's up to you if you want to do that. As I said, I just like a light lemon flavor, so I leave out the lemon peels. Scoop the cookies out 1 tablespoon at a time and place them on your prepared baking sheets. Then shape each dough scoop into a smooth ball. Use your fingers and slightly flatten the tops of each one of the dough balls. These cookies really don't spread or rise a whole lot, so pretty much whatever shape and thickness you press your cookies out to be, that's pretty much what they're going to look like once they are baked. So if you want them to be a little bit more on the fluffy side, then just barely flatten the tops. If you want them to be more on the thin side, then you can flatten them down more. That's up to you how thick or thin you want your cookies. Just remember, if you flatten them out more on the thin side, then you are probably going to end up with a more crisp cookie rather than a soft, fluffy one. So that's up to you how you want that to be. Once your cookies are shaped, place the cookies in your preheated oven and bake at 375 degrees for 8 to 10 minutes or until they are lightly golden around the edges. Once the cookies are done baking, remove them from the oven. They still will be soft, but they will firm up as they cool. Allow them to cool on the pan for at least 15 minutes before you put the cream cheese glaze on them. While the cookies are cooling on the pan, we're going to make our cream cheese glaze. In a large mixer bowl, combine 2 tablespoons of soft cream cheese. Make sure your cream cheese is very soft, not melted, but very soft. If it's not soft, then it won't beat in properly and you will end up with a chunky glaze. Add 2 tablespoons of very soft butter. Again, make sure this is very soft, not melted, but very soft. And 2 tablespoons of room temperature milk of your choice. And you do want this to be room temperature, or again, if any of your ingredients in this glaze are cold, you will end up with a chunky glaze. So make sure the milk is room temperature. Beat on low for about 10 seconds or just until the milk begins to combine and the butter and the cream cheese start breaking up a bit. Then increase your speed to medium and beat on medium for around 45 seconds to a minute or until everything is fully mixed together and creamy. Scrape down the sides of the bowl and push all the ingredients to the center of the bowl. Add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And if you want to, you can add a teaspoon or so of lemon juice to give a little lemon flavor to your glaze. Add 2½ tablespoons of powdered monk fruit allulose blend or powdered sweetener of your choice. Beat on low for 10 seconds or just until the powdered sweetener becomes moist. Then increase your speed to medium and beat on medium for another 45 seconds to 1 minute or until everything is fully combined and you have a creamy but slightly thin texture. Scrape down the sides of the bowl again if you need to. Now your glaze should be thin but still have a little bit of a creamy texture to it. If it is a little on the thick side, you can add just small amounts of milk at a time until the glaze thins out enough to where it drips off of a spoon. It should not be watery, but you should be able to turn your spoon upside down and it drips off your spoon. Once your glaze is made and your cookies have sat on the baking sheets for at least 15 minutes, use a spoon and drizzle on the desired amount of glaze over each cookie. Once you have your desired amount of glaze on the cookies, transfer them to a wire rack and let them sit for at least 5 minutes so the glaze can have time to firm up a little bit to where it's not dripping. Once they've sat for 5 minutes, you can eat them immediately. If you do have any leftovers, store them in an airtight container at room temperature for up to 1 week. Eat and enjoy. And that's our recipe of the day. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you want to see more videos like this, make sure you click that thumbs up like button, click that subscribe button, leave me a comment if you want to. Let me know if there's any recipes that you'd like to learn how to make and I'll do what I can to get those out there for you. And as always, keep cooking.